Mom shall pray for you. I'll play for solo for you, darling. Tima forever, I promise to never. Day you die.
Some stories are hard to tell. You keep asking yourself where to even start. It is very hard to start talking about how a stepmother killed a 5-year-old. She was all that her parents ever had. What could a 5-year-old ever do to someone for things to end up like this? This little young and beautiful girl is called KEZA. She was 5 years old. But as you're watching this story, her stepmother is in prison now. She is being charged with murder. But let's listen to the entire story and how things started. Well, in the beginning, KEZA's father met her mother. They fell in love and their relationship was one that kept on growing day after day. Before they knew it, the lady was pregnant. They were expecting to have a child. And 9 months later, they gave birth to this baby girl. They named her KEZA and she was loved and well taken care of. Her parents had plans of getting married and living together forever. But this never actually happened. Her parents later parted ways. Her mother lived on her own. Since KEZA's parents did not live together, she used to live with her mother and visit her father quite a couple of times. According to what everyone says in the neighborhood, KEZA was a lovely and smart girl with an amazing character. She was someone that everyone always wanted to see. This is what they were used to until the worst happened. Well, about 3 days ago, the young girl KEZA came to visit her father as usual. Her father lives with his new wife, who is KEZA's stepmother. She was also pregnant, but it was only a few weeks old. According to the housemaid in her father's house, this lady always hated this little girl. Her stepmother always used to treat KEZA with a lot of hate. A few days ago, she was arrested for murder of the little girl KEZA. It was one morning and it started like any other, but it turned into the worst. Her father woke up and went to work like he always did. A few hours after he had left, KEZA's stepmother called the maid and sent her to buy some food. According to the maid, she was sent to a marketplace that was so far away. According to the court statement, this was so because KEZA's stepmother needed enough time to carry out what she had planned. The maid went out to where she was sent. A few minutes after she walked out of the house, KEZA's stepmother dragged the little girl out of her room. This was stated like this because her shoes were found inside the little girl's room. There was no way that she could ever walk out bare feet. It was obvious that she was dragged out by force. The young girl was taken outside and there is a tank that they always use to keep and store water. She put the little young girl into the tank full of water by the head. The legs were up and the little girl did not know what was going on. KEZA started drowning and fighting for her life, but there was no way that she could ever be stronger than an adult. She was held into that tank until she couldn't fight anymore. She could not breathe or do anything at all. KEZA was gone. As soon as her stepmother realized that KEZA was dead, she left her in the tank and she ran out of the house. As she was going out, she met the maid coming back. The maid said that she came back into the house normally, not knowing what had happened. She immediately called her mother, telling her what she had seen. Her mother called her father, who was so far away. Her father called his brother, who was nearby, to run and check the situation and what was happening at home. This is KEZA's uncle, her father's young brother.
Kubera duturanye yarampamagaye ati gerageza kwirukanka ugiye mu rugo iwanjye ndumva hari ibintu bitari byiza byahabaye ukoresha imbaraga zishoboka zose ugero na bwangu.
He said that he was called on the phone to run and check what had happened. He immediately ran as fast as he could to this house. According to him, he found the maid seated, crying and confused. He ran around the house until he found the tank. Since he was a medical doctor, he pulled out the child. He tried giving KEZA first aid in order to rescue her, but honestly, it was too late. KEZA had died about 40 minutes ago. Within a short while, her parents arrived. They were shocked to know that their little girl was no more. She was now gone for good. It was sad and they couldn't do anything to change it. They had to live with the fact that their daughter is now in heaven. They made funeral preparations. The young girl was buried. It was a lot of pain and cries. It was a very sad moment and everyone was mad at KEZA's stepmother. No one knows what her husband now thinks of her. She was arrested and taken to prison. They spent days going through her case and carrying out investigations. She was found guilty and later sent to prison. Now, all that her family is left with is just pain and nothing less. We will forever live to remember the beautiful, young and lovely KEZA. May her soul rest in eternal peace. As most people say it, life is what happens when you're busy making plans. Let us hope that KEZA's story teaches us a lot. It's never the end of life because we always have to move on regardless, no matter how broken we are. Thank you for watching. My name is Prince. Do not forget to subscribe.